This age range is so important. This life stage is so important for men ages 26 to 35 because one, if you messed up, you're learning a lot of things. You've been through some things. You know what I'm saying? There's places that you've gone. There's obstacles that you've been through. There's things that you've learned up until that point. But you're really just getting into really getting into adulthood, and then leaving out of it. If you do this right, this stage right, you can have your life just set up for the rest of your life, like really for the rest of your life. And during this time, even if some things happened that was weren't as great, you have time to truly make up for it in this time span if you focus and do it right. So I want to get into 10 things, 10 surefire things that if you do these things, as just the basis, the rest of your life past that is going to definitely be in a better path than not doing these things, right? So let's get into it. First thing is, and I'm pretty sure you heard this in many of places with other men telling you about this, but work out consistently. Lift heavy, guys. Physical health is key. Regular exercise not only strengthens the body, but also sharpens the mind and boosts confidence. Plus, lifting heavy weights can build strength and resilience both inside and out. Man, when I started lifting weights, so I couldn't really lift weights beforehand because I was dealing with sick or something. In my early, in my teens, in my early 20s, I tried, but I always get sick until I got a hold of my health. And it's still a life process that I'm going through. If I would have been able to just start a little bit earlier and be consistent at it because, of me knowing that how much it helps you internally and externally from physical looks to also building confidence and just also feeling good, being able to do things, being able to feel great. Man, having that basis of a confidence of looking good, but also knowing that you have the feeling of being able to protect yourself and protect your loved ones. It's a great feeling, but it's also necessary just for your health in general. I personally, I have literally just put in a home gym in my home and plan on continuing to grow every single day in the gym. I was tired of making excuses, and I challenge you to do the same, man. Like if there's gyms everywhere, you can run, you could pay a low price, pay a high price. If I would say anything, the best thing to do is to have a home gym and have a membership at a high profile gym in your city, only because it builds connections and you have communication. But we'll get to that later. But that's the number one thing. Number two is to avoid debt. Avoid debt, guys. Financial freedom starts with smart money management. Avoiding debt sets the stage for a solid financial future, giving you the flexibility to pursue your passions and weather any economic storms that come your way. There's business owners, there's people that believe in debt, which is, to each his own. But not having debt, this is the thing. Anytime you look up, and you could do your own research, you look up people that has no debt. Most of them, if not all of them, say how stress-free of a life that they live. If we want peace as men, like when men have peace, when men have that sense of just, oh, I know I'm good. Once again, goes back to confidence is being boosted, but not only that, you feel like you can handle things. You're pretty smart on what's the next move might be, and also you get to really do whatever you want to do in the essence, in a sense. So avoiding debt is one of the best things that we could do to not depend on anyone or anything. And being a person that does not have that dependency on anyone or anything is such a powerful thing. So powerful. You can move without having to need this or need that from a person or from a bank. It's one of the best, I would say, superpowers you can have. So avoid that at all costs. Number three is to find hobbies. Life is about more than just work, guys. Finding hobbies and interests outside of your career adds depth and richness to your life. fostering personal growth and providing a much needed outlet for stress and relief. So a lot of men don't have hobbies, and what that does is it brings something to you that's just missing. Like you feel like you're lost sometimes. Not having a hobby, even if it could be something fun, racing cars, doing that sport that you love to do when you were a kid, um, building things, having a motorcycle. Like having hobbies, one makes you more interesting to women, to people in general, but it keeps the mind going. It keeps that fun side of, this is the fun part of my life. Having a hobby, continuously doing things, having that balance, just doing work, 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 work. I've been there. I've done it so long. The thing is, if you don't have a hobby, you might replace it with something negative. So having a hobby, having something that you do continuously, and with people or without people, if it's a lonesome thing that you do, but having a hobby is such a crucial part of life. So guys, find that hobby and make sure that it's something that you love to do and keep it separate from work. Don't try to make money off of it. If if somebody asks you to, if there's a way to make money from it, but it's very light in a light-hearted way, and you could just get it, and you could just make it happen. Hey, as long as it doesn't turn it into a job. Next is to make reading a priority. Never underestimate the power of a good book. Reading expands your mind, challenges your perspectives, and exposes you to new ideas and experiences. It's like a workout for your brain, keeping you sharp and curious. Books, honestly, has made me smarter, made me better, made me more financially stable, made me make money. Like when you open your mind to books, they're just like little mentors. Like there's years of experience in books. Reading books has become a staple in my life, and I get upset with myself when I don't read a book fast enough or pick up a new book. Making Reading a chapter a day, or even some chapters are extremely long, but having a page limit to read every day, 20 pages, whatever the case may be, in a book every single day, is pivotal. This is another pivotal thing, and these are things I'm telling you. All these 10 things you could fit in your life in these years, but reading, finding books, getting this mentorship, this low cost mentorship through these books, do it. Make it a priority. Next is to learn how to fight. Join a boxing or a dojo gym. Physical confrontation is rare, but knowing how to defend yourself builds confidence and self-assurance. Plus, martial arts training instills discipline, focus, and mental toughness. All valuable traits in both personal and professional life. So some people just really don't believe that you need to know how to fight. I'm very much against that. Once again, this is another thing that builds confidence. Being a confident man is bar none. Not saying you have to be arrogant, but being confident is great. Being in a boxing gym or a dojo and learning how to fight in those capacities, once again, moves your body, keep your physical energy up. Secondly, you meet other guys on the same path or same mindset that you're in. You meet some people that could truly help you through life as well. And then you're in a testosterone filled environment. If it is, men, most of the time it will be men learning how to do these things and challenging each other. You're learning, but you're also challenging each other. You're keeping that fire up. And this is something that I love doing. And when I find myself straying away, it bothers me again. So being consistent in these things, going to the gym, going to the boxing gym, having that in your schedule, man, you won't regret it. It's challenging, definitely at first, but it's going to continue to be challenging because there's always, somebody to come in there and help you out just to gain more skill, especially with your coaching. So definitely do that. All right, next is to save up 6 to 12 months of an emergency fund. Financial stability is crucial. Building an emergency fund ensures that you're prepared for any unexpected expenses or setbacks that may arise, giving you peace of mind and a sense of security. Even if you are a millionaire, still having 6 to 12 months of saved funds is always going to be top tier. Knowing that you have funds, growing in an interest account, growing in an account that, builds interest, having that set aside and knowing that that's there and whatever I make now, I could spend. I could do what I need to do. I could put in my investments. I can spend what I need to spend on, the things that I enjoy. I don't have to worry about if something is happening. And if something does happen, it's there, right? To where you literally do not have to work for 6 months to a year, right? So it's man, once again, peace of mind, like having something like that, avoiding that, and also having 6 to 12 months of your expenses, your current living expenses saved up. It, we don't talk about this, which is crazy that I had to learn this by myself, and we need to do better with this. We need to do so as a man having that, it is a must. Now, next is to build a business even while working a 9 to 5. Entrepreneurship offers freedom and autonomy like no other path. Even if you're currently employed, starting a side hustle or small business can be a game changer, providing additional income and opening up new opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Now, a lot of people like to say that businesses are, this is how I'm gonna make money quick. No, it's not about that. That's why I'm saying, even if you have a full-time job, you're single, you don't have any other responsibilities, you have time to do building something else. The first thing God did was create. So we're here to create. Go and create something. Build a business. If it's a YouTube channel, that's a side hustle. That's a business. Anything, start it off. Even if you have a 9 to 5, this is something that that you really like to do. Now, this is separate from your hobby. Maybe it's maybe it's something mixed in with your hobby, but you want this usually separate from your hobby, right? So having a side hustle or building a business on the side while you're even working your 9 to 5 gives you a wonderful, wonderful nest egg down the line to even build that nest egg up faster, pay off anything that you need to pay off faster, or not even paying off, but buying what you want to buy faster, putting more money into investments. And really, a business can be an investment, right? So building up that business, building up that side hustle, to where if you don't see yourself staying in your 9 to 5 forever and for a long term, by the time you're 35 or even 40, you could get out of that and you have your business and you're not strapped for anything. And the best thing about this, how I'm saying, like, to stay out of debt and have the 6 to 12 months emergency fund around this time as well, and you have a business, you can do great business because you're not strapped for anything. You could do it right. You're not worried about, oh, when my next client gonna come, when this next check gonna come from YouTube, when is this gonna work? You're more at ease because you can just do it and flow and do it how you want to do it. You could take your time. You want to take action, but you could do it the right way. Now, this next one, it could be controversial, but I truly believe that this this is something that is necessary as well. Do not have kids or get married. While family life is wonderful, it's important to establish yourself and your career before taking on the responsibilities of marriage and parenthood. Focus on your personal growth and goals first, and the rest will fall into place in due time. Me personally, I got married young and had kids young, and I would not trade it. I promise you, I would not trade the experiences. I'm currently no longer married, but I still have my kids, and of course, they are my world. But in this age range, you have an advantage by not doing that so early because of you're focusing on yourself, building yourself. Of course, you're going to run into beautiful women. You're going to maybe be in relationships, but having this focus of these other things that we're talking about, keeping that first, you're going to continue to be able to focus and build better relationships overall to when it is that time to get married. You're going to be a more of a stable man to be able to lead your family. Just wait it out. Do what you need to do. Do these things. Wait it out until after 35. If you've been with a woman for a few years up until that point, and you have everything up that's necessary that you need, the life experiences, the financial stability, the physical, mental, and spiritual well-being to you to know what you need to do as a man, the direction that you need to go in, then that's when you pull the plug. Have that family. Not right now. I would not make that, because if this is the thing, you don't want to be a person that messes up and then have to realize you can only blame yourself. You did not know what you were doing. You were not ready, right? So hold off, wait, still have great relationships with people, conversations, knowing everybody, being able to travel, do the things that you want to do, but do not get married or have kids just yet. All right, next thing to do is invest, guys. Building wealth requires strategic planning and smart investing. Whether it's stocks, real estate, or retirement accounts, putting your money to work for you is essential for long-term financial success and security. Now, of course, investing is going to depend on how much money you're making around this time frame. But during these years, you should be making more and more money every single year. And by not having debt and you investing in the things that you need to be investing in, you're going to keep building. Just keep building. So you'll know, getting financial advice. If you're reading those financial books, you're doing that reading every day and you're trying to figure out where should I invest my money. There's so many really good, important books about that and figuring out where you should put it depending on your pay rate right now. But once again, by the time you're getting into those mid 30s, you should definitely, especially if you have no debt, oh man, you should be able to probably even build your house cash by now. So say by the time you're in your by 33, 34, 35, for a couple of years you've been making over six figures, which is extremely possible in this day and age, especially if you're working a 9 to 5 and you have a business and you're doing your taxes correctly, you're doing everything. You can literally, at this point, most likely, go ahead and buy you an investment property cash and start getting even more money there. And by that, I mean there's, in cities and states, even if you're building one, you could build a duplex or a triplex and live for free while making more money. It all depends on the route that you want to take, but that's just an example right there. Last but not least, get closer to God and learn Him and the Bible. Spiritual growth is just as important as physical and mental well being. Exploring your faith and deepening your understanding of spiritual principles can provide guidance, strength, and a sense of purpose in life's journey. God honestly should be the number one priority in your life. He's the one that's going to direct you in the right direction. He is the one, if you listen to it, if you have a relationship with Him, will make sure that you're stable. With all these other things that I said, of course, that there are very strategic things that you should be doing, but having God as the base and being well versed in your spiritual growth will tie everything together. Without it, you will get lost. You will still yearn for something. You'll still be searching for something that's missing. And that's not what you want if you want to have a full and balanced life if you're going through this journey. So those are the 10 things that I have for you today to be able to grow as a man in this time frame and be that man that you want to be, that you look up to, that other people will want to look up to, be like, whoa, like, well, what did you do? How did you get this? How did this happen? Why are you so happy? Why are you so at peace? These things will get you there. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything that you want to say in the comments, anything that you want to comment about, any other video that you want to know or learn about, please let me know. Thank you.